My beloved child, hear my voice today, and let each word sink deeply into your heart. I see the longings in your spirit and the thoughts that weigh on your mind. I understand the hopes you carry, as well as the uncertainties that sometimes trouble you. I am the Lord your God, and I speak now to remind you of the blessing that is unfolding before you. Yes, I declare that a great and wondrous gift is coming into your life, one that will fill you with renewed hope, unshakable faith, and a deeper love than you have ever experienced. In this moment, I invite you to breathe in. My peace, for the comfort I bring, is not merely a fleeting sensation, it is a timeless assurance that I am with you. Do not allow doubt or fear to gain any foothold in your heart. Instead, feed your soul with my word, for my promises are alive and powerful. They are strong enough to silence every anxious voice and every worrying thought. Even when circumstances seem bleak, I hold the final word. My beloved, I am your healer, your restorer, and the one who raises you up with divine courage. Stand firmly upon this truth. I have the power to mend what is broken, to banish every form of sickness, and to chase away the shadows of discouragement. You may have confronted physical ailments, emotional wounds, or spiritual battles that felt overwhelming. But know this, I am the great physician, the one who has authority over every disease, both visible and invisible. No curse can stand against you when you are rooted in my grace. No crippling debt or painful memory has the strength to define you any longer, for I declare freedom over every part of your life. Your release is already at the door, waiting to be welcomed. In my perfect timing, I am shattering the chains that once bound you. Chains of fear, chains of regret, chains of sorrow. None can remain in the presence of my light. Joy and fullness of life will pour into your heart in abundance, like a waterfall cascading over the rocks. Yes, there will be dancing and singing in your spirit, for I am doing a mighty miracle within you, a miracle that will transform your sadness into praise. I will fill your mouth with songs of rejoicing, and your soul will overflow with gratitude. My child, receive what you need from my hand. Not only will I provide for you, but I will also give you enough so that you may bless others. When your own heart overflows, you will find new ways to comfort, support, and uplift those around you. That is how my love multiplies, through vessels like you who are willing to share and to serve. I invite you to pray with fervor, to lay every concern at my feet. Let me touch your body, your mind, and your soul with my power, so that every form of pain may be healed at its core. Let me remove the burdens that weigh upon you, the discouragement that sometimes creeps into your thoughts late at night. Open the doors of your heart and allow my peace to fill your entire being. Yes, you have battled with perseverance through countless trials, holding on to faith even when the world around you seemed dark. You did not allow the negative words of others to derail your progress. You learned to turn a deaf ear to criticism and pessimism, clinging instead to the hope that I place in your heart. Because of this steadfast spirit, your day of victory is near, and I am bringing a fresh season of provision and prosperity. Entrust your plans to me. Lift your eyes and see beyond the obstacles. If you delight in my presence, if you seek me above all else, you will find that I grant the petitions of your heart in ways beyond your imagination. Call upon me and I will reveal great and marvelous things. I challenge you now to believe, to trust, and to take my promises to heart. You have heard time and time again that all things are possible to those who believe. I want to see your response. Tell me that you believe, but also let your actions reflect that trust. Rise up and make the decision to walk away from whatever draws you from my side, habits, distractions, relationships that do not nourish your spirit. Ask yourself this: who truly comes to your rescue in times of crisis? Who can save your soul when the storms of life surge? Material possessions offer no lasting security if they cost you your faith. So cling to my words with unwavering determination. Seek me in the morning when the day is new, then again at midday when your energy wanes, and once more at night before you close your eyes. Present every concern before me. Know that I will give you all that is beneficial for your growth. Stay in tune with my voice, for I have so much more to say to you. I assure you that something beautiful, powerful, and extraordinary is on the horizon for your life. Believe it wholeheartedly, for I am ready to restore what rightfully belongs to you. I delight in your heart, in your honesty, in your openness to my guidance. You have been attacked unjustly, and you have suffered pain that was never yours to bear. Yet my favor continues to pour down upon you in abundant measures. When others try to intimidate you or fill you with fear, do not tremble, for you are under my protection. You are a precious child in my kingdom, and you have the privilege of hearing revelations that many have never encountered. Still, I urge you to remain firm, to stay on the narrow path. Envy may arise from those who see my light shining through you, but do not allow their negativity to deter you. Some may attempt to drag you into their schemes or to ruin your reputation through their words. Yet here you stand, steadfast in your faith. That resilience pleases me. You have learned to value what truly matters. You have learned to discard the toxic opinions and twisted stories your enemies wield to hurt you. Their vision is clouded by darkness. They are unsettled by the radiance I have placed in you. My presence in your life troubles them because they cannot comprehend the favor surrounding your home. But their attempts to harm you shall fail, for my sovereignty prevails. Rest in the calm assurance that I guard your heart, your family, your job, and your future. I will deal with those who seek to disrupt your peace, causing them to quiet their voices and turn to other pursuits. They may have hoped to unsettle you, but you have remained unshaken, for your soul is anchored in me. They have realized that no matter their efforts, your confidence stands strong. Their own families are in disarray because they have cast aside my words of wisdom. Again and again, I reached out to guide them toward a better path, but they refused. You, on the other hand, sought me out. You recognized that I was the only genuine solution to your troubles, and you surrendered your life and all its challenges into my hands. You believed wholeheartedly in my word, without yielding to doubt. You see, not everyone shares your understanding or your faith. Many could also partake in my love and embrace the blessings I so freely give, yet their hearts remain hardened. They chase after their own desires, and when things fail to unfold as they wish, they blame me. But you, my child, are distinct. You now realize that your joy and your future are not determined by those around you. They are anchored in me alone. Continue on this path, for each day you will grow stronger and more resilient. Even those who were once your enemies will eventually approach you, asking to hear more about me, for they will witness the mighty works I perform in your life. A greater blessing still lies ahead. Yes, down the road, an even more wondrous gift awaits you. So hold on to your faith and your loyalty to me. I am by your side every moment, never taking my eyes off you. Press on and do not give in to discouragement. Even if you feel weary, allow me just a moment to demonstrate my compassion. Take solace in the gentleness of my voice, in the love that echoes in each word I speak. You have prayed to me in the silent chambers of your mind, unveiling the deepest desires and hurts in your heart. Today I come to show you that my affection for you is beyond measure. My love never fades with the passing of time, and my presence will not depart from you, even in your darkest hours. You have leaned too heavily upon your own shifting emotions, but these can mislead you like a gust of wind blowing across the fields. Emotions are fleeting. My truth stands eternal. I urge you to stand firm in your confidence, to hold on to me as the unwavering anchor of your soul. You may worry that your faith is too small, that the years are slipping by and you have not achieved what your heart desires. Perhaps you feel the people you cherish are drifting away from you, and you fear I have also left. But I whisper to you now, reminding you that I have stood beside you through every season. If you take a moment to reflect, you will see how my hand has guided you, protected you, and cherished you. Weep if you must. Let those tears wash away the anxiety pressed upon you by circumstances and by false guilt. Release the burdens others have placed upon your shoulders. I want your faith to be anchored in my promises. I want you to be secure in the knowledge that I will never forsake you. When you find yourself alone, unsure, or wounded by life's hardships, remember that pain is a mark of your humanity. It indicates you are truly alive, and it reminds you that there is healing on the other side of every wound. After trial comes triumph, and I stand ready to comfort you. I speak repeatedly. Do not fear, because I desire my words to resonate within you until you are utterly convinced of my unwavering presence. Listen closely to my voice. May it echo through your mind every morning when you awake. Even now, I whisper with immeasurable love that you are precious to me. Understand that unforeseen events may cross your path, but you will not face them alone. My strength is in you, and my grace is sufficient to carry you through the fiercest storms. Once they pass, you will find a serene calm, a peace that defies comprehension. You will stand confident, filled with joy and resilience, ready to live fully once again. I remind you, I am your source of hope, and in me, you will discover an escape from every trap that tries to ensnare you. Set aside time this day for prayer. As you draw near to me, I will pour faith into your heart and infuse you with the certainty that you can break free from every oppressive bond, whether financial, emotional, or spiritual. Your adversaries will be vanquished, exposed, and driven away. They will not return. But for these strongholds to crumble, you must invest time in communion with me. Day by day, so your faith grows and your spirit becomes sensitive to my leading. Your life can change from darkness to daylight in what seems like an instant. Yet understand that I am not applying a temporary fix to the symptoms you see on the surface. I am uprooting the cause of your pain. Some of the issues plaguing your life have roots that stretch far into the past, lurking even beyond your own recollection. You might have assumed they were gone, but they have re-emerged to trouble your mind and your relationships. I alone possess the power to liberate you entirely. Let me work in my own perfect way. If you truly long to break free, be patient with my process. Do not become exasperated if you do not see immediate results by tomorrow morning. I know precisely what must be done for deep and lasting freedom. Wait on me. When you feel restless, calm your heart by reflecting on my promises. Let their truth fill you with tranquility and confidence. Let them be the lullaby that settles your restless mind. You have pleaded with me for deliverance, and I have heard your cry. I will not fail you. Let us begin by strengthening the bond you and I share. Bring me more than words. Bring me a heart yielded to me, a heart that does not forget my goodness the moment you walk out your door. If you worship me in song and kneel in prayer, let that devotion become the steady rhythm of your life. Do not separate your spiritual moments from your everyday activities. Practice the presence of your God in all that you do, at home, at work, in conversation with friends, or when you are alone with your thoughts. Let my spirit direct your plans and shape your dreams. That way, you will dwell constantly under my holy covering, and you will see the marvelous changes I bring about in every aspect of your life. I am pouring out a holy rain of my presence on everything connected to you. The opportunities, the responsibilities, the people around you, I am touching all of it with my sanctifying power. You asked me to open doors. Be aware, then, that true freedom comes when your soul is immersed in my love. The more intimately you know me, the less room there is for fear, worry, or resentment to take root. Day by day, you will notice that your problems start fading. Not necessarily in one grand gesture, but steadily, one by one, as you discover more of who I am and yield your life completely to me. Let me occupy the rightful position in your heart as your King and Father. I encourage you now to lift your arms as a sign of victory. Even if you feel weary, even if your motivation has wavered, even if you think some adversity has already defeated you, regardless of how you feel, do as I say. Lift your hands high. And remember that you stand victorious by faith, for you are my beloved child. Nothing can overshadow the glory of the Most High God, who covers you with grace and surrounds you with mercy. Reflect for a moment on the battles you have already overcome. You have seen giants collapse before you. You have experienced weariness, stumbled, and then come running back into my presence to find renewed strength. You know what it is to cry out to me, to feel my comforting hand, and to rise again in triumph. That was not a coincidence or a fleeting miracle. It was me, shaping your journey so you might become stronger and see my power at work in you. Now you hold in your hands the sword of my spirit, which is my living word, planted firmly in your heart. You are no stranger to perseverance, so let me remove any lingering doubts or discouragement that obscure your vision. As you stand here, a flame of determination flickers within you, driving you to fight not just for your own aspirations, but also for the people you cherish. You are not alone, nor are you insignificant. Lean upon me. Let me shoulder your sorrow and drive out those painful thoughts that try to deceive you into believing you are unloved or abandoned. My beloved, this is not the truth. Feel my warm embrace as I wrap you in my nearness. Taste my kindness, which soothes your hidden wounds. You will not falter or give up because of hardships. In my arms, you will find solace and renewed perspective. Release your tears and let them flow, for tears can be a healing outlet. If words fail, simply stay in my presence. Even in silent cries, I hear you fully. Offer me your sorrow, your sense of unworthiness, your regrets. I am here day after day, night after night, ready to comfort you, to remind you how much you matter to me. My love covers you like a protective shield, and my strong hand will guard you from every danger. Today I declare that you arise from glory to glory. When problems arise, confront them in my name. Vault over obstacles, confident that I go before you. Face the forces of darkness, knowing they cannot withstand the light of my word. And when your day's journey ends, come before me once more. Kneel in reverence and trust, admitting your fears, your weaknesses, your mistakes. I stand ready to wash away your weariness. I will treat every wound inflicted by the harshness of this world. I will also inspire you to lift your arms once again in a victory shout. We will celebrate your triumphs together. I will place upon your head a crown of life, of wisdom, and of renewed vigor, preparing you for the next steps on your journey. And when you scale the summits of your dreams, I will be there to rejoice with you, celebrating your success as if it were my own. Whether you are walking through a valley or standing on a mountaintop, you are cherished by an everlasting love that does not waver. Never doubt that I stand ready to accompany you and assist you in every endeavor you undertake. You have no idea how many blessings are lined up, waiting for you to claim them. I will continue to find creative ways to encourage you, gently reminding you of your worth, so you can press forward without losing heart. Do not be swayed by voices of negativity that try to convince you the world is beyond redemption. Some observe all that is broken and surrender to despair, but you, my child, are under my guidance and care. The multitude may run in panic, but I gather you and yours beneath the shelter of my love. My blessings shall surround you in the form of provision, health, and protection. If you suffer material losses, if certain comforts are stripped away, understand that none of it is forever. This world is fleeting, but what I deposit in your spirit is eternal, I watch over my own with a fatherly tenderness. Every trial you endure, I will transform for your benefit. I will distance from you those who conspire in darkness, who would sabotage the dreams and plans I have formed for you. They do not realize they stand on sinking ground. They believe they can outmatch me. But I, the Almighty, am unstoppable in my purpose to bless my children. Remain steadfast in faith. If they mock or attack you, focus instead on the inheritance of peace and favor I have prepared for you. I am your true and everlasting Father, the one who emerges to meet you with the morning sun, renewing your spirit with each fresh dawn. Yes, I am the Sovereign Lord, the Eternal One, and these words are saturating your heart even now. Let my nearness fill you with holy awe. Quiet your thoughts, bow your head if you can, and open your soul to me without fear. Close your eyes and feel the warmth of my love, the embrace that wants to cradle your heart. Let your tears flow, allowing them to carry away stress, anguish, and disillusionment. Then rise, dust yourself off, and lift your hands toward heaven. Shout out in gratitude because the victory is already won in my name. Never forget the triumphs and blessings I have already brought you. Yet also recognize that even more extraordinary works lie ahead because you have surrendered your life to my perfect will. I hold you tenderly in my arms, and in my eyes you shall not know defeat. Be filled with courage and affirm that you believe these truths with all your being. Yes, my child, my plans will not fail. The obstacles that loom in front of you may seem insurmountable, but I remind you that you are the beloved son or daughter of the Most High King. I have anointed you, chosen you, and sealed you with my Spirit. There is no place for hopelessness when you rest in my embrace. I have guided you through night seasons before, and I will guide you again. No matter how many times you fall, I will lift you. Every stumbling block can be turned into a stepping stone. If you feel at a loss for words or do not know how to pray, simply utter my name, Jesus, and let the power of my presence infiltrate your every need. Lean on me when you feel you cannot stand on your own. Lean on me even when your strength seems sufficient, for my wisdom surpasses your own, and my love has no limits. I have seen you in moments of utter weariness, when tears streamed down your face and you doubted whether tomorrow would bring relief. I have also witnessed your celebrations, when your spirit soared because a breakthrough came you had almost given up on. Through it all, both sorrow and celebration, I remain the same loving, faithful God who never abandons my children. Remember that when you cry, I bottle your tears as precious tokens of your sincerity. And when you rejoice, I dance with you in divine delight. You are never out of my sight nor beyond my reach. Now open your heart to my healing touch in every place where you have been wounded. Let me soothe the unspoken pain left behind by those who misunderstood or betrayed you. Let my grace fill the emptiness you feel in times of loneliness. I am near you, even when all else grows silent. Believe that my presence is stronger than any fear or anxiety. Let my promises echo louder than any doubts or accusations that come against you. I call you to trust, for I know the outcome before the battle has even begun. And that outcome is victory. Victory for the one who rests under the shadow of my wings. If you will hold on to my promises, you will see that the darkest hour always precedes dawn. When the storms of life roar, do not tremble as if you are alone. The winds may shake the trees, the thunder may rattle the ground, but your spiritual foundation in me is built on unmovable rock. Storms will pass, and you will still be standing, praising my name for the marvelous works I have done. Keep your eyes fixed on me, for I am your guiding light, and I will never mislead you. Take this moment to recall all the times I came through for you, the times I shielded you, provided for you, and mended your broken heart. Did I not show you that I am faithful then, as I am faithful now? So receive my calm assurance. I am in control, both of what you see and what you cannot yet see. The storms that seem to rage in your life are under my command. I can still the winds and hush the tumult whenever I choose. Yet sometimes I allow you to go through the tempest, so you may grasp how truly powerful and merciful I am. Yes, there is learning and growth in the trial, a refining of the spirit that draws you nearer to me. But be confident. I do not abandon you to the winds. I stand with you in the midst of every whirlwind. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. Today I breathe new hope and possibilities into your life. Lift up your head, for you are not condemned. I've already spoken forgiveness over you. Grasp the grace I extend and let it redefine you. Nothing from your past can chain you unless you give it permission. I have come to unshackle you from every regret, guilt, and condemnation. My precious child, you are free indeed. Press into that freedom. Stand tall, for I have imbued you with dignity. Let my words shape your identity, not the voices of those who have tried to limit you or wound you. In my eyes, you are worth the price of my very life, and I would lay it down again if it meant saving you from the snare of darkness. As you walk in this newness of life, you will find that some might question or even oppose the transformation they see in you. Do not be startled by their skepticism. Shine the light of my truth, not out of pride, but out of genuine love for those who are still searching. I have placed my spirit within you so you can reflect my compassion, my patience, and my forgiveness toward others. Do not harden your heart. Instead, remain teachable, always ready to learn from my spirit. Sometimes I will speak to you directly in the stillness of your soul. Other times, I will use the wisdom of my word or the counsel of a faithful friend. Be open, for I am infinitely creative in the ways I communicate with my beloved children. Now, my dear one, let us talk once more about fear. Fear often masquerades as caution, telling you that you are merely being careful or realistic. Yet if it keeps you from obeying my call, it is not from me. My perfect love casts out fear. Whenever you feel dread creeping in, remind yourself of my truths. Speak them aloud if you must. Speak my promises over your home, over your family, over every place you set your foot. You are not powerless. My spirit equips you with boldness and clarity of mind. Let your heart sing praises even in the midst of the fiercest battle, for praise is a weapon that confuses your spiritual foes. They cannot comprehend the heart that worships in adversity. Know that your worship transcends earthly circumstances and enters into my heavenly throne room. Do you see how profoundly I love you, my child? I do not promise a life without trials, but I vow to walk with you and fight for you. You will not be put to shame, and you will not be left desolate. When you pass through the fires of adversity, you will come forth refined like gold. When the waters of sorrow threaten to drown you, I will part the seas. In those moments when you feel that you have nothing left to give, that is when my strength in you can shine brightest. You need only to trust. Let my words sink in. You are mine. Let that truth echo in your spirit until all else fades into the background. Pause for a moment now and feel the gentle warmth of my love enveloping you. Let your breathing slow as you sense my nearness. Your struggles, your heartbreaks, your victories, your joys. I see them all and hold them close. I regard you not with judgment, but with deep compassion. I celebrate every step you take in faith, no matter how small. Each time you choose to trust me instead of giving in to despair, heaven applauds. Yes, that is how cherished you are. So come, rest in my presence again. Bring me your weariness, and I will refresh you with living water. Bring me your confusion, and I will illuminate your path. Bring me your broken pieces, and I will craft a masterpiece out of your life. For I have known you from the beginning. I formed every detail of your being with care and intention. I placed talents within you that you have yet to discover fully. I orchestrated moments of breakthrough you have yet to experience. All this is so that you might shine as a testimony of my love and my power, proving that with me, the impossible bows low. Never think you have gone unnoticed. Each tear is known to me, each prayer carefully heard. Though answers may appear delayed, trust that I am orchestrating every detail for good. You may not understand my methods, but remember that I see the grand tapestry of eternity, while you only glimpse a fragment. That is why I ask you to believe. You have seen my faithfulness before and read of my wonders in times past. I am the same God of miracles now, and my favorite miracle of all is a heart transformed by my grace. When a single soul turns to me with complete surrender, heaven's joy is overwhelming. Let that be your story. Let every day be a new surrender to my will, a new moment of revelation. Let every breath affirm your faith in me, the one who never fails. Look ahead with anticipation. The path may twist and unforeseen challenges may arise, but I assure you that my strength will sustain you in every step. I have good plans for you, plans to prosper you, to give you hope and a future. Plans that extend beyond your earthly life into the realm of the eternal. Plans that will radiate my glory as the light of my presence shines through your actions, your words, your relationships, and your service to others. Yes, you shall be like a beacon guiding weary travelers to safe harbor. For as you walk with me, you become an instrument of my peace, my healing, and my love, in a world desperately in need of it. My beloved child, I see the gratitude forming in your heart, that quiet humility that emerges as you embrace my love more fully. You have traveled through many trials, endured countless storms, and discovered that your resilience is not the product of your own abilities alone, but a reflection of my strength upholding you. Take a moment and reflect on the countless ways I have intervened in your life, often in moments when you least expected it. Maybe it was a compassionate stranger who offered you help at precisely the right time, or an encouraging word that arrived when your hope seemed to wane. Each of these moments was a demonstration of my hand at work, weaving your story into a tapestry of faith and perseverance. As you continue forward, do not underestimate the depth of my compassion. My understanding of your struggles surpasses even your own. Whenever fear or anxiety threatens to overshadow your peace, remember that I am your constant companion, gently leading you, reminding you of your worth. Even now the path ahead contains mysteries you cannot foresee, but be assured that my wisdom transcends all human understanding. I see the wide horizon that extends far beyond your immediate challenges, and I am orchestrating a beautiful purpose for every day you rise to face the world. Sometimes you may look at those around you and wonder why you must climb steeper hills or walk through darker valleys. Yet each person's story unfolds differently, and yours, my child, has its unique lessons that will shape you into the beautiful soul I envisioned from the beginning. The valleys refine your compassion, molding your heart to reflect my love in a deeper way. The mountaintops remind you of the victories you possess through me. Neither is wasted, for I am present in both the sorrow and the triumph. Hold fast to this truth. Your life is never without meaning. Even in times of isolation or apparent stagnation, my purposes are being accomplished. Wait patiently, align your heart with mine, and watch the wonders I perform in due season. Like seeds beneath the soil, new growth is taking root. You may not see it at first, but with the gentle rain of my grace, those seeds will sprout into blessings that surpass what you ever thought possible. My dear one, do not be discouraged if you feel progress is slow, or if you cannot yet perceive the fruit of your obedience. Growth often begins out of sight, much like a seed that germinates quietly beneath the earth before bursting forth in beauty. I am cultivating in you a resilience that will stand firm against the fiercest storms. Rest assured that, in my loving hands, even the smallest willingness to trust me is multiplied into something grander than you can imagine. Embrace every season I allow you to pass through. In times of waiting, learn to cultivate hope. In times of celebration, share your joy and testify of my goodness. And when you encounter trials, cling to the knowledge that I am refining you, not punishing you. Your soul is like precious gold being purified by the fires of life's challenges. The transformation you undergo during these refining moments will, in time, become a testimony to others who are yearning for hope. You will be a living demonstration that I, the Lord your God, am still in the business of miracles and restoration. Never think that your prayers go unheard or unnoticed, even when the answer is not immediate or the outcome differs from your expectations. I am working in ways that will ultimately yield a harvest of blessings. Prayer connects your heart to mine, opening channels of grace and power. Though you may not always see the immediate result, your faith grows stronger in the process, deepening your dependence on my unchanging nature. The day will come when you look back and see my hand guiding every step, turning even your disappointments into stepping stones of spiritual maturity. Let go of the habit of comparing yourself to those around you. Comparison often leads to discouragement or pride, neither of which brings you closer to my heart. I made each soul with a distinct purpose and design. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, crafted with my divine artistry. Trust that I know exactly what I'm doing in your life. Yield your timeline, your dreams, and your uncertainties into my capable hands. You will discover that surrender is not a loss, but a release into a freedom you never knew was possible. With each act of surrender, you'll feel your heart expand to contain more of my love, more of my peace, and more of my wisdom. Breathe deeply and sense my nearness. I'm closer than the air surrounding you, and my affection is unchanging. When shame or regret attempts to haunt you, remember that I am the one who redeems the past and gives you a fresh start. There is no wound, no error, and no failure beyond the reach of my healing power. Release yourself from the chains of condemnation, for I have already paid the highest price to set you free. All I ask is that you receive my forgiveness and allow it to renew your mind and heart. In your quiet moments, invite me to speak to you in the stillness of your spirit. Sometimes the noise of daily life can drown out the gentle whispers of my voice. Yet if you seek me intentionally, you will discern my guidance. You will see doors open that you never knew existed. Opportunities for growth and service will materialize before your eyes. Doors that seemed locked will suddenly become an avenue for my blessing. Even obstacles can be transformed into blessings if you allow me to show you the hidden path through. Learn to treasure our communion. There is a sacred beauty in the simplicity of spending time with me, allowing my love to calm your anxieties and align your heart with my purposes. It is in those sacred times of reflection and worship that I reveal deeper mysteries of who I am. And as you come to know me more intimately, you will discover aspects of your own identity that you never realized were there. Unique facets of the character I placed in you from the moment I formed you. Let your prayers be more than petitions. Let them also be moments of praise and thanksgiving. Even when you feel burdened, a thankful heart lifts you above despair and fixes your gaze on what truly matters. By focusing on my goodness, you create space in your soul to receive new mercies each day. I am the giver of good gifts, and my supply never runs dry. Look at the sunrise, the stars, and the changing seasons. Each testifies to my faithfulness. If I attend to the details of creation so attentively, how much more will I attend to the deepest desires of your heart? My beloved, you may wonder how to remain steady when the world around you is in turmoil. Political strife, natural disasters, and the uncertainty of the future can threaten to unsettle even the bravest of hearts. But I ask you to remember that my kingdom is unshakable, built not on human systems but on eternal truth. I invite you to fix your gaze upon me rather than the shifting tides of public opinion or the distressing headlines that bombard you. Do not allow the noise of chaos to drown out the gentle rhythm of hope. I am the great I am, unchanging and ever present. My plans stretch beyond generations, weaving together the strands of history to reflect my redemptive purpose. Even in the darkest hours, I am working behind the scenes, touching lives, mending broken hearts, and calling souls to find their rest in me. Though storms may rage, I hold you securely in the palm of my hand, and nothing can snatch you away from my tender grasp. When you feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of global issues, take a step back and recall that I have placed you in this world for a reason. Your life, your gifts, and your influence, no matter how modest they may seem, are part of my grand design. A single act of kindness can send ripples of compassion through countless lives. A heartfelt prayer can change the course of a seemingly insurmountable crisis. Never underestimate the power of your faith, lived out in practical love. In my eyes, even the smallest act, done with genuine compassion, resonates throughout eternity. I long for you to be a beacon of my light in a generation yearning for solace. Speak words of comfort to the hurting, offer hope where despair abounds, and show mercy in a world quick to judge. By doing so, you mirror my own heart, and as you serve, you will see my spirit empowering you in ways you never experienced before. You will realize that true significance lies not in worldly accolades, but in fulfilling the purpose for which I formed you. Let my love be the anchor that steadies you. Let my peace be the cloak that wraps around your soul. Consider the beauty of unity when hearts are aligned with my spirit. I desire for my children to dwell in harmony, supporting one another with compassion and empathy. When you set aside petty differences and choose to love instead of judge, you reflect my own heart of forgiveness. I do not expect uniformity. Each of you has been given unique gifts, perspectives, and insights, but I yearn to see you bound together by love, working hand in hand to establish my kingdom of peace and righteousness on earth. Look around and see how divided the world has become. People isolate themselves behind walls of suspicion, fear, and resentment. Yet my perfect love casts out all fear. When you allow my love to flow freely, walls crumble, bridges are built, and communities flourish. Be willing to listen to those who differ from you. Offer kindness to those who have hurt you, for my grace can transform even the hardest of hearts. Never forget that I have forgiven you, washing you clean and welcoming you into my family. In that same spirit, extend mercy to others. True transformation, both in individuals and societies, begins with the heart. Laws, policies, and decrees can temporarily restrain wrongdoing, but only a genuine encounter with my grace can truly transform a life from within. When you pray for revival, ask first for a revival in your own soul. Let my spirit renew your mind, correct your biases, and mold you into a vessel of my love. As you experience personal renewal, your relationships will be enriched, and your example will inspire others to seek the same transformation. This is how movements of true change are born, through individuals who have been touched by my presence, shining as lights in the darkness. I invite you to participate in this work, to stand boldly for righteousness while also clothing yourself in humility. Remember, my power is made perfect in your weakness. You do not have to be flawless, you only have to be willing. Offer me your heart, your hands, and your voice, and watch how I multiply your efforts in ways you never thought possible. Guard your thoughts diligently, for they shape the course of your life. What you allow to occupy your mind has a profound effect on your attitudes and actions. Saturate your mind with truths that uplift your spirit. Steep yourself in the promises of my word, and let those promises become the lens through which you view yourself and the world around you. If you fill your mind with fear or bitterness, those seeds will produce fruit of discouragement and anger. But if you fill your mind with hope, gratitude, and the assurance of my love, you will radiate a peace that surpasses all understanding. In practical terms, be mindful of what you watch, read, and listen to. If certain habits or sources of information consistently draw your heart away from me or stir up confusion, it may be time to set them aside. Instead, immerse yourself in that which nourishes your faith. Seek wholesome community. Cultivate friendships that spur you on in righteousness and feed your soul with my words of life. In doing so, you position yourself to receive greater revelations of my truth, and you become a better channel of my grace to others. Take notice of how you speak to yourself. Do you condemn your every mistake? Or do you remind yourself that you are beloved, chosen, and forgiven? Speak to your soul with the same kindness I show you. Words can create worlds. The voice of condemnation tears down, but the voice of grace rebuilds. This grace is not an excuse to justify wrong behaviors. Rather, it is the power that lifts you to walk in holiness, free from shame. Let that power resonate in your conversations with yourself and with those around you. I am aware that you sometimes struggle with doubts about your worthiness or about the reality of my promises. Fear not. Bring your questions and uncertainties to me. I will not reject you for wrestling with your faith, for genuine questions can lead to deeper understanding. My grace is expansive enough to hold your struggles. In fact, when you bring your doubts into my light, I help you see where truth and revelation can mend the fractures in your belief. Allow my Spirit to refine your perspective and watch how your faith grows in the very areas you once thought barren. Often, my children ask me how they can be sure they are hearing my voice. Know that I speak in various ways, through the Scriptures, through the inner witness of the Holy Spirit, through godly counsel, and even through circumstances that I orchestrate. My voice carries peace, conviction, and clarity. It never leads you into confusion or contradiction with my word. If you cultivate a humble and teachable heart, you will grow more attuned to my whisper. Begin each day by offering me your ears and your heart, seeking to discern the gentle nudge of my guidance. I also speak through the convictions that arise in your conscience when you are faced with moral choices. When you sense a cautionary pause within your spirit, pay attention. It may be my protective hand steering you away from harm. And when you feel prompted to do something that aligns with my character, an act of generosity, a word of comfort, or an expression of compassion, respond with willingness. You might be the very answer to another person's silent prayer, sent by me to bring hope where there is discouragement. Do not fear making mistakes in this process of learning to hear my voice. Even if you take a misstep, I am fully capable of redirecting you. What pleases me is your earnest desire to obey and your sincere effort to discern my will. Over time, as you practice listening, you will gain confidence in recognizing the difference between your own thoughts and my divine prompting. You will discover that obedience, even in small things, paves the way for greater revelations of my purpose. Live in expectancy. Anticipate my involvement in the details of your day. Trust that I am with you not only in crisis, but also in the ordinary routines of life. Whether you are performing simple tasks, engaging in conversation, or stepping into new opportunities, know that I am there, ready to guide you. Let every breath you take be a reminder that I sustain you. Let every sunrise remind you of new mercies. As you stay open to my leading, you will witness wonders that others might overlook, for you have chosen to walk by faith and not by sight. Remember that I judge by the intentions of the heart, not merely by outward appearances. In a world often fixated on achievements, status, and possessions, I search for hearts that are humble, contrite, and willing to serve. When you extend a hand to someone in need, I see the love that motivates you. When you choose patience in a heated moment, I witness the quiet strength that is growing within you. Each gesture of kindness, no matter how small it may appear, is like a precious treasure in my sight. When you feel the rush of ambition prompting you to seek recognition, pause and remember that true greatness in my kingdom is about servanthood. Do not be disheartened if your acts of love go unnoticed by the crowds. Know that they are never overlooked by me. In due time, I will honor those who honor others, and I will exalt the humble in ways you cannot predict. My timing is perfect, and my promotions come without the burden of pride or self-seeking. Also, be mindful of how you respond to correction and discipline. I discipline those I love, not to crush your spirit, but to shape your character. At times, this discipline can feel uncomfortable or challenging, yet it is a sign of my deep care for you. Like a gardener who prunes a fruitful vine, I remove the branches that do not bear good fruit so that more abundant fruit may grow. Embrace this pruning as evidence that I am actively involved in your life, refining you to reflect my heart ever more clearly. Take courage, for the process of growth is often marked by seasons of pruning, waiting, and then flourishing. In every stage I am with you, whispering my love, cheering you on, and holding you when you feel weak. You never walk alone. I walk beside you, ready to offer strength when yours falters, wisdom when you are uncertain, and mercy when you fall short. Lean into my presence and find rest for your soul in the knowledge that I am your faithful and loving Father. This is my promise to you, sealed with eternal love. Be assured that your story does not end with your present circumstance. Even when the road seems winding and the destination unclear, I am writing chapters of grace and redemption into your life. The pain or disappointment you face now will not have the final say. In my hands, ashes can be exchanged for beauty, sorrow for joy, and despair for hope. Place your trust in me, and I will guide you step by step, revealing my purposes in the fullness of time. If you feel weighed down by guilt from past mistakes, remember that I offer complete forgiveness. I do not merely cover your sins. I remove them as far as the east is from the west. Do not cling to regrets that I have already released. Lift your eyes to see the fresh opportunities I set before you. Each morning is a reminder of renewal. The sun rises as a testament to my mercies made new. Walk in that freedom, confident that your slate has been wiped clean by the power of my boundless grace. I do not demand perfection from you, only a heart that is willing to learn and grow. Perfection was never the standard I expected of my beloved children, for I know your frame. Rather, I look for sincerity, for a humility that readily admits its need for me. Through that humility, you become receptive to my wisdom. When you confess your weaknesses, I fill you with my strength. When you acknowledge your flaws, I clothe you with my righteousness. This divine exchange is what transforms ordinary people into vessels of my glorious light. There will be days when shadows appear to lengthen around you, and the weight of discouragement may seem overwhelming. In those moments, call upon my name. I am never out of reach. You are not abandoned to navigate the wilderness alone. I will send reminders of my love through a timely word, a gentle breeze, or the comforting presence of a friend who carries my compassion in their heart. Let these signs anchor you to the truth that I will never forsake you. My dear child, as you stand at the edge of new beginnings, do not be afraid to take bold steps of faith. I have placed dreams within you, dreams that align with my heart and my glory. Though obstacles may appear insurmountable, remember that I am the God who makes a way where there seems to be no way. When you feel hesitant or inadequate, allow my strength to fill those gaps. I delight in turning what appears impossible into a testimony of my limitless power. Walk forward then with courage. Know that each step you take in obedience to my leading brings you closer to the fulfillment of my promises. Along the path you may encounter setbacks or closed doors. But do not lose heart. A closed door can simply be a divine redirection. Trust that I see what you cannot, and that I often protect you by steering you away from pitfalls you do not see coming. Keep your spiritual eyes open and continue seeking my guidance in prayer. I will never lead you astray. Let your faith be active, like a seed planted in good soil. For faith that sits idle and untested remains unfruitful. Embrace the opportunities I place before you to exercise your faith, whether through ministering to the brokenhearted, sharing hope with the weary, or standing up for truth in the face of opposition. As you act on what you believe, you will find your faith growing stronger, its roots sinking deeper into my unchanging character. Rest in my unending love. Bask in it as you would the warm sun on a cool day. Let it soothe your anxieties and renew your mind. My love is the anchor for your soul, holding you steadfast through every change and every challenge. You are never alone on this journey, for I am with you always. I am the one who goes before you, walks beside you, and brings up your rear guard. Return often to these words, and let them remind you of my commitment to see you thrive. I hold you in my arms of grace, and there is no safer place to be. Receive my blessing now, beloved. Let it hover over you like a protective shield. No threat can tear you from my grasp. No power in heaven or on earth can separate you from my love. In times of danger, call upon me and I will answer. In times of loneliness, rest in my unfailing companionship. In times of triumph, remember to honor the one who paved your way. And in times of confusion, cling to my word, where clarity and wisdom abound. Take courage, for even as you read these words, my spirit is stirring within you. A new chapter unfolds in your life, one of deeper trust, greater joy, and clearer purpose. Be expectant, for I am always at work, weaving strands of grace into your story. Surrender your anxieties to me. Replace them with the knowledge that I am, and always will be, the Lord your God, faithful, powerful, merciful, and overflowing with steadfast love. You are precious to me, now and forever. Believe, my child, and walk in the assurance of my nearness, for I am your Creator, your Redeemer, your Protector, and your friend. There is nothing more for you to prove. Simply receive me, cling to me, and let my Spirit lead you to the abundant life I have promised. Yes, the best is yet to come. Know that I stand with arms wide open, ready to embrace you every moment you choose to run into my presence. My love is here, constant as the sunrise, steadfast through every shifting season. Let your heart overflow with faith, for I am the great I am, the one who holds you close with an everlasting, unbreakable devotion. Amen.